Gerrit op Majok bereidt zich voor op carnaval. Nee, geen Rosenmontag of Duitse keuken, nog Vettendiensdag of Maastrichtse of Limburgse keuken, maar Mardi Gras. Dat is Frans op zijn Amerikaans uitgesproken en dan beland je natuurlijk in New Orleans. Creoolse keuken of de Cajun cuisine en onze gast die heet Marti. Marty, welcome from Curry to Majok. What's the history of the cuisine of New Orleans?
It started as really a French colony in 1718 and a very elegant cuisine, especially in the French Quarter, you know, Bourbon Street and what have you. And if you walk around, it looks like France, just every building that you look at, you know. And then the Spanish came in the early 1700s as well and brought a lot of wonderful things with them. The Italians and the German, and these four predominant European cultures met the American native, the Choctaw Indian. Later, when the slaves were brought, this made the final 7 cultures that are living there today, the slaves from the West Indies and the slaves from the Africa.
When you speak about New Orleans cuisine, you speak about Cajun and Creole food. Is there a difference between Cajun and Creole, or is it just a synonym?
The Cajun was the French settler from Brittany and Normandy who was driven out of Nova Scotia by the British in 1765 for religious reasons. These people, about 10,000 of them, migrated to New Orleans, and they're living in the woods, cooking, and were not really welcomed into the aristocracy of the French Quarter. They're out there by the rivers, the lakes, living off the land more. That is true Cajun, a little bit spicier, a little hotter, and a little more joie de vivre, the celebration of life. The Creole is an elegant cuisine, dominated in the heart of New Orleans, in the French Quarter.
De bekendste en het meest populaire gerecht uit New Orleans is jambalaya. En in dit gerecht vind je ook de 7 verschillende culturen terug die de Creoolse of Cajun cuisine heeft gemaakt.
Jambalaya really was originally called in French jambon à la yaya. And the yaya is actually an African word for rice. And jambalaya itself is really a spin-off of paella, the Spanish, with the usage of tomatoes and rice. It's a large rice dish. And then you'll see a lot of things like cut sausage, which we get the wonderful art of sausage making from the Germans who came there. You can see how each of these cultures suddenly came in.
So Marty, we got everything here for jambalaya?
Absolutely.
I see sausages, I see pork, I see chicken, very rich.
Right, and ham. Absolutely.
What are we going to start with?
Well, we're going to start with the chicken. We'll cut that up and we'll brown that here in the pot.
Just need some color, huh?
Just trying to brown a little bit and then we'll take it off and reserve it.
Met de varkenskoteletten doen we net hetzelfde. De stukken been en de versneden stukjes varkensvlees laten we bruineren in hetzelfde braadvet en meteen weer reserveren. Nog steeds in dezelfde kookpot en in hetzelfde braadvet laat Marti dan groene paprika en uien fruiten op een matig vuur. Intussen versnijdt hij de sausijzen die hij al een 40-tal minuten heeft laten bakken in de oven. De uien zijn intussen goudgeel en dan kunnen er de versneden jonge uitjes bij. Voilà, en nu is het tijd voor de stukjes worst. De pot geraakt alsmaar voller en dan is het tijd voor de verse kruiden. Eerst de fijn versneden platte peterselie, gedroogde basilicum, 3 laurierblaadjes, dan de cayennepeper en dat is dan weer de invloed van de Native Americans. Marty eindigt met 3 kruidnagels. Nog net peper en zout en de jambalaya is gekruid zoals het hoort. Nu kan de fond erbij. Marty gebruikt hier een bouillon getrokken van kip en ham. Ook de rijst mag nu in de pot en dan volgen nog het kippen en het varkensvlees. So Marty, everything is in our big pot?
Everything's in.
The jambalaya?
It is.
We'll be ready in 45 minutes?
45 minutes with a lid.
You have to put a lid on it?
I'm gonna put a lid on top of there.
Where's that lid?
Here's the lid over here. He was hiding.
Okay, medium fire.
That's it, medium fire.
So Marty, we're 45 minutes later.
Right.
What do we have to do now?
We're gonna put the tomatoes and a couple of drops of the Tabasco.
And then we're all done?
That's it.
And then we have a real jambalaya.
This is it. You can't get any more authentic than this.
Looks great. Jambalaya, voorwaar het is lekker en niet voor niets een klassieker in New Orleans. Marty, it looks great.
Thank you.
Marty, you told me there is also a link between Belgium and New Orleans.
It's a wonderful link of history and culture and tradition of peoples from around the world. And we know that Napoleon, his troops, tried to stretch their dwindling coffee supplies by adding chicory, ground chicory, which comes only from a very special Belgian endive root. And so if you go to New Orleans today and you order a coffee, you're more than likely going to get a coffee with chicory in it, no matter where you go.
Marty, it was great having you here in From Curry to Maniok.
Thank you. Dank u wel.
Thanks a lot. Dat was het voor deze week. Wilt u meer te weten komen over de keuken van New Orleans? Surf dan een keer naar de website van Marti. De Van Curry tot Maniok keuken is voor enkele weken gesloten. Volgende week is er Salut aan de Kost met Daniel van Avermaat. Opmerkingen en suggesties die zijn nog steeds welkom. curry@tvbrussel.be